The following video contains footage owned entirely by the copyright holders. Christmas Aficionado does not claim ownership to this footage. Footage used in this video is for the criticism, reviewing, and research under the Fair Use Doctrine. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. It's time for the Trope Count, where we count all of the traditional small-town hot cocoa romance tropes in a Hallmark Christmas movie. The goal? Find the movie that racks up the most Hallmark tropes. These films must fit the Hallmark feel-good formula with repetitive movie tropes that we all love. We count the tropes into 4 categories: story, character, Christmas, and activity. It's all very scientific and it's fueled by hot cocoa. Today we look at the 2013 film, The Christmas Ornament, starring Kelly Martin and Cameron Matheson. If you haven't seen it, spoiler alert, these two kids fall in love at the end. I know, shocking. So does The Christmas Ornament have the most Hallmark tropes? Let's count them. The movie begins with Kathy, played by former child actress star Kelly Martin, ice skating alone and looking sad. Kelly played Becca on the ABC sitcom Life Goes On, and joins other former child stars such as Lacey, Candace, and Danica in the Hallmark family. Leaving the rink on her bike, she loses her gloves and recklessly rides underneath these guys carrying a giant candy cane. Arriving at her bike shop Dream Cycle, we learn that her small business is not doing well financially this Christmas season, but on the bright side, she does bake fantastic sugar cookies. Just a thought, but maybe the store would do better if she didn't cover up the phone number with a snowflake. The shop owner next door, Mario, offers to buy out her lease since business is slow. She politely declines his offer and Mario gives her a fruitcake. What a monster! We're going to discuss Mario later in this video. In the back room of the store, Kathy looks mournfully at a photograph of a man on a bike. We learn that this is her dead husband Scott, who died in February earlier that year. There's always a dead family member in all of these films, and Kathy keeps the bike shop going because it was his dream, but it's not hers. Receiving a phone call, Kathy is convinced by her friend Jenna to go out to lunch in this extremely large truck. Jenna has an ulterior motive though, and that is to get Kathy into the Christmas spirit and help her buy a Christmas tree. They stop at Tim's tree lot, learn a lot about different types of trees, and while exploring the gift shop, Kathy meets Tim, played by Cameron Matheson. Tim has a Christmas-themed job and loves to tell people, "I love Christmas!" Yes, Tim loves Christmas. I love Christmas! Okay, Tim, we got it. Kathy and Tim clearly flirt with each other, and Jenna notices. Turns out that Tim and Kathy both like to ice skate at the skating rink early in the morning. We won't question why they never met each other since they are the only ones who skate this early, but they clearly like each other. Kathy opens up to Tim about her late husband and tells him about their Christmas ornament tradition.
Christmas tree ornaments were always a big deal with Scott and me. From the time we started dating in college, every Christmas we would give each other one commemorating something we had done that year or hoped to do the next. We built up a great collection over the years.
While the bike shop was her husband's passion, baking cookies is Kathy's. We see how good she is at decorating cookies and get an obvious product placement with a perfectly placed Werther's Original caramel bag, perfectly cut open, with a few caramel pieces perfectly falling out. Meanwhile, Jenna decides to meddle and buy Kathy a Christmas tree for Tim to deliver. Tim helps Kathy decorate the tree and gives her a Hallmark butterfly ornament that symbolizes hope and influences the viewer to go shopping at their local Hallmark store. The ornament was available for purchase in Hallmark stores in 2013 and is an obvious product placement tie-in. As we transition to the next scene, we see that Mario's candy shop pays children to dress as elves and hula hoop in front of his shop. We also saw the kids the day before as Kathy and Jenna pull away to go Christmas tree shopping. Mario not only gives people fruitcakes, but has a potential child labor charge pending against him. Meanwhile, Kathy's accountant lets her know that the shop is failing, but Kathy's not ready to let go of her husband's dream just yet. she does begin to question if she should explore her dream, and when she delivers cookies to Tim, Tim is amazed at how good the cookies are and takes a guess at the secret ingredient.
You have a secret ingredient, don't you? Something bizarre. Is it ranch dressing?
Yes, you guessed it, Tim. Kathy puts ranch dressing in all of her cookies. He encourages Kathy to consider selling them, and Kathy admits that she thought about having her own store even as a young child. The next morning, Tim shows up at the skating rink giving flirtatious looks at Kathy. After skating, Kathy helps Tim make his tree deliveries. During one of the stops, Tim quickly sneaks a piece of candy that sure does look like a Werther's original, and we get another Hallmark product placement of a Christmas tree ornament that seems to affect Kathy when she sees it. Kathy begins to get into the Christmas spirit and decorates the tree. We see that Kathy has that same Christmas tree ornament, and at the top of the tree, she hangs the Hope butterfly ornament that Tim gave her the day before. The next day, Tim takes Kathy to a Christmas tree farm he just purchased. Moving extremely fast in their relationship, Tim offers Kathy the opportunity to pursue her dream and sell her cookies in a little shop on his property. The relationship moves to the next level with a non-traditional early kiss in the snow that occurs in the second act. Surprised, Kathy questions why he is interested in her. Tim recounts the first time he saw her.
I was watching you on the day we met from the doorway as you wandered through the gift shop, and there you saw an angel ornament on the very edge of the table. You pushed it back so carefully so it wouldn't fall and break. That simple act, that little kindness, said everything to me.
Okay, hold up. That's not what happened. Rewind. If we review the scene, Tim walks into the gift shop after Kathy sets up the angel. He couldn't have seen her do that. Oops. Everything is going well with the relationship until Tim's ex-girlfriend Rebecca returns. Rebecca admits that she made a mistake choosing to run away with the lawyer and wants Tim back. At the ugly Christmas sweater party, Kathy tells Jenna that she has made the decision to open up her own bake shop and sell the lease to Mario. Tim is so confused about Rebecca's return that he passes on a special evening with Kathy. The next morning, he also doesn't show up for their morning skate. Later, while adjusting her tree, the butterfly ornament falls and breaks, signifying that any hope Kathy had was lost. Stopping by the tree lot to tell Tim she wants to open up her own bake shop, Kathy sees Tim with Rebecca, overreacts, and de-decorates her tree. Kathy doesn't stick around long enough to see Tim tell Rebecca he's not interested in a relationship with her, and he wants to pursue a relationship with Kathy. When Kathy doesn't show up for her morning skate, Tim gets concerned and stops by her home. Lost and confused, Kathy ends their budding romance.
You are an amazing man, Tim, and I'm so grateful for your support and encouragement, but all I can offer you right now is gratitude.
Listen to me. Love. It's not a bus or a train. It doesn't run on a schedule. It's unexpected and it's inconvenient. And sometimes you have to wait your whole life for it to show up. But when it does, you grab tight and you hold on, because those bumps and the twists and the stomach lurches, those are what make you feel like you're still alive. I would have given you all the time in the world to be ready to take a ride like that with me.
Later, Kathy receives a package her late husband ordered for her before he died. He instructed it to be delivered on Christmas Eve, but ordered it back in February. In keeping with their ornament tradition, Scott purchased the Hope butterfly ornament. This is the same ornament that Tim gave Kathy. Kathy believes this ornament is a sign from Scott and that it's okay to move forward with her life with Tim. Kathy visits Tim's shop only to discover that he's not there. She grabs a free tree and takes it home to decorate it. Tim shows up at her house and Kathy apologizes, admitting that she was afraid to move on without her deceased husband's blessing. They give us a final kiss and look up, feeling the magic from the Christmas ornament that brought them together. Does the Christmas ornament meet the requirements for a Hallmark Christmas film? Let's count the tropes. Looking at the numbers, the film has a lot of typical Hallmark tropes, including the Christmas-themed job, baking cookies, and of course, the kiss at the end. We do get an unexpected early kiss, however, but it uses that traditional trope of taking place in the snow. Finally, a touch of Christmas magic brings the couple together in the end. The film relies on 8 story tropes, including 3 gratuitous product placements and the dead family member. We get a low number of character tropes, but the film easily makes up for it with all the Christmas and activity tropes. When we add up the different categories, the Christmas Ornament has a total of 19 tropes. Made in 2013, The Christmas Ornament is my personal favorite Hallmark Christmas film. Kelly Martin and Cameron Matheson have great chemistry together, and the film's underlying theme of being lost and finding the light of hope is done really well. Did I miss any tropes? If so, tell me in the comments below. Right now, The Christmas Ornament has the highest trope count. It is actually the first one we've done. Will the next film rack higher? We will see with the next trope count featuring Candace Cameron Bure's Hallmark film, A Shoe Addict's Christmas from 2018. How will that movie rank? Click on the subscribe button to be alerted to when that episode is released to find out. I'm the Christmas Aficionado, and remember, stay off the naughty list.
That is too good. You have just completely ruined me for every other cookie on the planet. You have a secret ingredient, don't you? Something bizarre that nobody else would guess.
There are 1 or 2 surprises in there.
Is it ranch dressing?
I've toyed with the idea.
We should. My mother puts ranch dressing in everything. Good. Really good.
Thanks.